Hey guys, Joe Cool here, and welcome to a tutorial, no, not really a tutorial, an informational episode. So, if you guys have been watching the Hermit Crafters, and they've been doing some stuff with some rainbow trees, and been doing, for the past couple of days, I've been doing a lot of investigation and seeing growth patterns and what you can do. So the challenges are placing the dirt and then placing the sapling and then bone mealing. So in order to grow a rainbow tree, you need 4 pieces of dirt. Now you don't need these blocks, but what's going to happen is if you see this 4x4, that's going to turn into wood. The other thing that needs to happen is on the same level that the saplings are, needs to be this. There can be nothing on the same level from 2 out here and 2 out there. Now let me here. Let's go out here and I'll show you what it looks like. So if we've got 4 dirt here, and then we've got you need 4 saplings to grow it, and then what's nice is you just tap it once. A lot of times it'll grow on the first one. Now if you see this top layer of wood, nothing can be obstructing that. Then that's on the same level of the saplings. So when I put the conveyors in, the conveyors right here work fine because they're not interfering with the wood that's growing. But as you notice, I have the extra utilities conveyors in these 2 spots because the conveyors that are in these spots count as this block here. And as you can see underneath, you can see the 4x4 block of wood that grows underneath there. So as you notice, it created dirt all the way out here. So if you go back into here, you no longer have dirt there. So the challenge is being able to place dirt there, and then being able to place the saplings from far enough away as not to interfere with this wood here. Now I've used fillers, builders, I've used quite a bit of stuff, and there just really is no way around it. The benefit of these trees though is that there's enough material that, you know, doing it by hand isn't a huge deal. So what you can do, here's what I did, is I created a 10x10 block. Now a 10x10 is the diameter of the tree, so that's at an 8x8. So if you go from here, so 1 2 3 4 on that side, 4 on that side, plus 2 in the middle is 10. So you need an inside area of 10x10. And you also, I wouldn't put anything there because you're just going to lose it. Right here is the harvester, and you can put the nice thing about conveyors, conveyors, is you can put a conveyor on top of them. Now you don't need any upgrades in there because, as you know, the conveyor or the harvester is right there, and its default is a diameter of 3. So 1 2 3. So it'll see this piece of wood as well as these pieces of wood in front of it, and so recognize it as that tree, and it'll take down all the wood. Now the problem with the rainbow saplings and the rainbow leaves is they're not recognized by MFR. So you can't use a planter to plant them, and you can't use the harvester to actually harvest the leaves. But this being Monster, the leaves actually decay at such a fast rate that you don't really need anything great. Let's come out here. Now the 10x10 keeps it centralized, and then down here I'm using the conveyors to move all the the dies into the range of the hopper. Now I had 4 hoppers here, but the problem you run into is a dead spot at the dead center of the hopper, all 4 hoppers. And so if you had them here, you'd have a dead spot kind of right there. So they just kind of sit there, and these guys are just going to sit there until they're all sucked up. Now this is the best way you can maximize all of the dies, which, I mean, there's a ton of dies. It's a single tree is like a half a diamond chest, and like 2 trees will fill up a diamond chest easy. So yeah, so there's the only other options I found, which I didn't really want to get into a complicated tutorial. I was trying to find an easier way to do it. I was trying to use a filler, so a filler to put the dirt in, and if the harvester actually worked, you could set up the filler to fill in the dirt that isn't filled. Well, of course the dirt that isn't filled, but if you want to put it so the filler fills in just these 4 blocks and then everything away. So if you have the harvester or the planter, say you put the planter right there, I think is one of the best options. Or right there's another option with a radius of 2. You can do a +2, but that kind of makes things a little funky. So the easiest way to do it is a +3. So it's currently a radius of 2, +3 is a radius of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if these 4 squares are the only squares that it can reach that have dirt in them, that's where they will be planted. As far as using bone meal, you'll just have to, well, you know what? I don't really know what you'd be able to use, because you can't be here or there to use it, because you're in the way of the tree. So it's a little complicated to actually auto use bone meal. But as far as collecting all the dies, you know, I guess anybody could have figured this out, but I thought this was kind of cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, please leave a like. If you got any complaints or suggestions, leave a comment, and you guys have a good day. Take care and have a good one.